Good Easter morning, it's Olivia, and on such a beautiful day, we couldn't resist the chance to film outside around God's glorious handiwork. We come today to join together and celebrate that Christ has risen. It's a day His followers look forward to each year. Thank you for being here as we worship the Lord together and give Him praise for His ultimate redemptive sacrifice. And another reason to celebrate is that we crushed our Annie Armstrong offering with a goal of $35,000 and a one-day giving of over $53,000. Way to go, Eastwood. And there's still time to give if you haven't already done so. Here's an exciting word from our Pastor Search Committee.
Good morning, Eastwood family. My name is Christy Potter, and I'm one of the members of your Eastwood Pastor Search team. We have been eagerly seeking God's will for who is going to be our next lead pastor for Eastwood, and God is showing up in many different ways. We have received some amazing referrals, and we are confident that we are getting closer to finding the next man that God has to lead our church. We ask that you continue to pray for our search team as we seek God's will. Please pray for our future pastor and his family as God reveals His plan to him and he prepares to transition his family. We are confident that God's hand is in every decision that we are making. We could not be more excited about the future of Eastwood.
Last Sunday afternoon was a blast for the children and their Easter egg hunt. Thank you, Megan, and all those who worked so hard to make it happen. The kiddos had a wonderful time, and the weather couldn't have been more perfect. Our last message is from Pastor Ed and Pastor Ben. Listen up.
Ben, where were you in April of 2011?
You know, I was probably getting ready for a big Easter at the church I was pastoring in Tennessee at that time. Ed, where were you in April 2011?
Well, I was actually here at Eastwood, and we were preparing for a big block party at Plano Elementary. And the thing I remember about that block party is that we had all of these different booths, a popcorn booth, game booths, and several others. One of those booths was this really well done reptile exhibit, but it turned out to be so cold that day, the reptiles could not even move. We were glad to be there, but the reptiles were like, why are we here? It is cold.
Well, why were you all there?
On Easter of 2011, we were launching what we now call the South Campus of Eastwood Baptist Church.
Wow, so that means that here in 2021, we need to celebrate because South Campus is turning 10 years old. Eastwood, I think we ought to have a party, don't you? Well, in fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. And so please mark your calendars for Sunday, April 25th for a special One Church celebration of the 10th anniversary of South Campus.
On that day, there will be one worship service at each campus, and then we'll gather at South Campus as one church. Lunch will be at 11:30, followed by a time of celebration. Due to COVID restrictions, lunch will be a safely prepared, catered box lunch.
So we hope that you're all able to come, but to ensure that we have enough food, it's very important that you register for the lunch by Sunday, April 18. You'll see links to our registration page on our social media, church newsletter, and QR codes on posters around both campuses. And so we're so excited to come together to celebrate the vision, faithfulness, and generosity of the people of Eastwood and all that God has done over the last decade to reach more people for Christ. We can't wait to come together on April 25th at 11:30 at South Campus.
Happy birthday, South Campus.
Well, you can tell there's a lot going on at Eastwood. Thank you again for being here on this Resurrection Day. The adult worship choir is getting in place to lead us in celebrating the risen King. Let's join our voices together in praise.